All right, guys, welcome in everybody. We are here with day 3 of the qualifiers for the Out of the Deep tournament that Rain Esports is putting on. So we've got a lot of good teams in here tonight, so we should see some very good action as we did last night. We saw some really good action as well. Alright, our very first flight path for match number 1 here is coming out of the shooting range all the way down to the military base. We got Rozek School in Pochinki, Georgia Pool, Severny, Yasnaya Polyana. Great places for these teams to jump down, grab what they need, and they're all these places are really close to this flight path. So with that being said, we might see some teams jump down in very quick fights. And we've got about a few teams that are jumping very early on into this flight path, probably going out either to Severny, Georgia Pool, maybe even out into Rozek, but looks like majority of our teams are actually going to be jumping kind of towards the center of this flight path, which will allow them to get to a lot of other good places. Might see some teams kind of hold off to the very end, maybe even jump Primorsk and or the military base. All right, looks like we've got gonna have 2 teams in Pochinki. Looks like 2 teams in the North Georgia Pool, and it looks like we're gonna have quite a few teams kind of towards the very end here. Looks like we're gonna have 2 teams going into the military bases, so we're gonna have some very quick fights. And our zone, very first zone for us, is gonna be that southern part of the zone of this map. So it's gonna have Pochinki School and the military base all in the zone. Let's drop down with Team 16 Complex Esports. And they are over there exactly with, right across the street, it's going to be Team 7 Zero Mercy. All right, Zero Mercy kind of staying close and very tight with each other. Looting in each of their own buildings. Complex Esports kind of well scattered out, and they are sitting as a full squad here inside of North Georgia Pool. So it's gonna head over into with the team 13 and Made in Nepal. And they're going to be inside of Pochinki with the Team 11, FNATIC Esports. Both of these teams are sitting as a full squad. Godson with that bow. All right, heading into military base. Let's go check out with the Team 5. Digital Age down inside a military base with a Team 4 version 9 esports. All right, version 9 as well being a full team. Digital Age as a full squad as well. All right, we've got 3 locations with 2 teams. We're definitely going to keep an eye on all of these teams, but we do have shots here. All right, Nidu laying just below a few members of Digital Age, trying to not to cause any sort of noise. Heading right back up to Team 16 here. And a Complex that has lost a member already. Nash, low in health, trying to heal up and get back into the fight. All right, with zero mercy, with one elimination, that's going to be putting them on the board. And they are starting out really quickly here, being the first team to get an elimination. Let's see if they can keep that aggressiveness and see if they can push through. All right, we've got two teams down inside Raza. We're going to go check Team 8, the Rats. Also moving into a Rozak area is going to be Team 6, Sinners. Jay's going to be in trouble. Jay and goes down to both of the team members. Go down. They do. Aderlin and Jay are both been eliminated. Again, may be in trouble being up there. Goes down. This is gonna be a very tough revive. Can Scarface get the revive to be able to keep Sinners as a duo? Quickly runs in with it. Is going to get that revive, but this could very well give the opportunity for the Rats to move in really quickly here and finish what they've started. All right, two members of Rats are moving in very quickly. Scarface gets the high ground. All right, both of these teams are now going to be battling each other, plus the blue zone. Heading really quickly down. The Digital Age has two of their members that have been knocked. They do have one elimination. One of their members has been eliminated. Version 9 with the 2 eliminations, and they are sitting as a team of 3. They just need one more from Digital Age, and Digital Age may be down and out really quickly here for match number 1. Beautiful grenade there. Version 9 coming out on top there inside the military base with 4 eliminations. Scarface putting in some work. He does have 2 eliminations for the team now. License getting up there on top of the roof. Very good position here. Scarface and Gagain are both in trouble slightly. They only have a one option is to push forward. All right, Scarface trying to get a good angle. And Proteto gets a vehicle and is quickly getting out of the area. All right, our zone did shift, still keeping a military base in the zone. We might see a military base final zone here. Team 14, ICe ELVES. Arc is down. It looks like he's going to get revived. Definitely going to be a quick revive here. sherE with Made in Nepal. Needs to get revived or ICe moving really quickly. They definitely surrounded the garage here. Oh, and Wise goes down to a shotgun. And Kindness gets revived. Made in Nepal has lost 2 of their members. Wagwan with a beautiful shots. Doesn't get any hits, but does slow him down just a little bit. Waterboy might have gotten some hits there and did get a knock. All right, our zone is closing in. Our zone's about to shift. Moving on into zone 3. Now, this is a very interesting zone. We do have a little bit of water here, so it's not a lot of land for these teams to actually set up on, so we very well could be seeing some bridge camping. We do have one team that's already setting up and preparing for a bridge camp. That's going to be team 7 Zero Mercy. Waterboy with some shots there. All right, we have 7 teams that are remaining for match number 1. AMG. They do have a member down. Okay, they're gonna get that revive very well. Gonna be easily done. All right, AMG 1 trying to set up and get ready. Easy with the eliminate with looks like to be 2 eliminations. And a Spectre with zero mercy. So zero mercy is now going to be a duo moving forward. Yeezy, long range, down and out. By the rats. The rats are going to be able to sneak on in. Looks like they're going to use the under the bridge. All right, Zero Mercy has repositioned, and the last 2 members have repositioned. Looks like they're going to take the only house that's on the south side of the bridge. They do have a good amount of buildings there. Let's go check out ICe. They are sitting as a full squad. Still very nicely done. I believe ICe is the... Alright, so ICe is going to be our only team that is still sitting as a full squad moving in to Zone 4. Complex Esports with a duo. They're gonna try to make, they're gonna take the long way around and get into zone. And Zero Mercy takes the zone. We have 6 teams that are remaining. All right, Made in Nepal making their way up the hill. They're going to be in trouble because Zero Mercy is waiting on. And the rats are underneath swimming. So this is a very good tactic here to be able to get across without very little. All right, with 5 teams that are inside the zone, we're going to see some quick fights very shortly here. Don Peralta with Zero Mercy right up the hill. Maybe. Definitely got spotted there and is moving back around. All right, Salmon is laying down, waiting. All right, both members of Zero Mercy are playing it safe here. And God Kid is inside the zone. ICe with 3 eliminations. This is a wide open zone for these teams. Arc with some shots there, did get spot. Potato, oh, almost gets taken out. Down to just 1 health. And Kindness getting some shots in. License, it gets taken out. Potato running for his life here. Can he make it into the zone? That truck is about to blow up. And he is a down and out, moved right into Waterboy from Made in Nepal. 5 teams are remaining. Inspector and Salmon both run up on ICe. Can they hold their own? Inspector was the last one and is quickly taken out. All right, ICe ELVES up to 5 eliminations now. They have the high ground and the zone. 3 teams remain and nice shots. They're up to 6 eliminations. Kindness laying down the fire there on a Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal is gonna be pinned down. There's no way for them to make it into the zone without being Complex Esports. Wishy, last one, still stands, trying to make it is in the just barely in the zone and is right down the hill from ICE. And is quickly taken out. 2 teams remain. GG's, and nicely done. Excellent fights there for the very end. ICE taking that chicken dinner for match number 1. With 9 eliminations, Made in Nepal coming in second. Complex Esports coming in third. V9 coming in fourth. Zero Mercy coming in fifth. The Rats coming in sixth. AMG coming in 7th. Sinners coming in 8th. Digital Age coming in 9th. FNATIC Esports coming in 10th. And EXO Elites coming in 11th. Going all out goes to Novo with 5 eliminations. Best companion goes to ICe with 2 rescues. And Novo dealing that final kill, giving ICe the chicken dinner for match number 1. All right, hang tight. We'll get you here into match number 2 very quickly. All right. Match number 2 here in Myanmar. Myanmar being one of the larger land maps, we are more than likely will see some of these teams kind of slow down, take it easy, get what they need, take fights as they come. All right, our flight path just south of El Pozo, all the way down towards, just all the way out to the shores of south of Los Leonos. In this flight path, we have El Pozo, Power Grid, Pacado, Los Leonos itself, San Martin, Hacienda, very close to this flight path as well. Might see some teams go down to Veldemar. And it looks like we've got quite a few teams that are jumping right off the bat. Looks like we might have a quick fight. Several teams are jumping out really early. We've got 3 teams that are going to be going to El Pozo. Might see these teams actually jump down, grab a vehicle, and then kind of move out towards the trailer park area, maybe even out to the crater fields, and then our teams jumping midway. We are definitely going to see some teams land in Pacado. Might see a few teams go into Los Leonos. We might have 2 go in there. But our main focus now is going to be in El Pozo, where we're going to have 3 teams on ground. AMG, EXO Elites, and Complex Esports. Ooh, trying to go for that revive, gets dropped. Complex may be in trouble. AMG 1 down there with about 4 HP that is still remaining. Needs to find some health quickly here. Complex is backed up on their feet. Full squad. They do have 1 elimination for the team already. We have 2 teams in Chamersa. We're going to drop in with them really quickly here. It's going to be Made in Nepal in VORTEX Esports. Wagwan down for Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal is going to be moving forward as it being a team of 3 now. VORTEX with now being, looks like they're going to be a team of 3 as well. Beautiful grenade that was placed. That revive is gonna be tricky with Made in Nepal quickly pushing. Does make it inside the warehouses. Made in Nepal could do an easy push here. All right, we're gonna quickly head right back up to El Pozo. Looks like we do have a team that's been eliminated here. Complex Esports has been eliminated from match number 2. AMG with the 4 eliminations on the board for them. Waterboy with Made in Nepal is been dropped. VORTEX quickly moves in, gets that confirmed kill. Alright, VORTEX, the last one, still stands. Swaz got the angle. Can Swaz confirm the kill and get an elimination, putting a Made in Nepal with 4 eliminations on the board? VORTEX definitely sees him. Swaz dancing around out there. And is able to escape the eyes of Made in Nepal. FNATIC Esports. They have a member down. This is going to be a tough one for a revive. Zero Mercy. Then trying to get the shotgun, was not able to get the kill though, and is down and out. FNATIC Esports have been eliminated by Zero Mercy. Alright, we are down to 10 teams that are remaining for match 2. We have quite a few teams that are still sitting as a full squad as they are moving into zone 2 here. Alright, the Digital Age looks like they are coming up from the south side of and working their way in to the zone. Alright, with our 10 teams that are remaining, we still have plenty of zone left for these teams to replenish whatever they've got. Meds, ammo, maybe even do a quick swap on weapons. Los Leonos is still in the zone. Might see a few teams kind of stop by there, grab anything from the store that they may need. Alright, VORTEX still the last one still standing, still playing dangerously close here to Made in Nepal, so we'll see how this plays out. Still keeping the distance, but still close enough that could easily get some shots in. All right, I did put the Rain Esports Discord. I pinned it to the top for you guys. So if y'all want to get into some of these scrimmages and tournaments that they do put on, you can join their Discord and be able to get you and your team signed up. Sinners are in trouble. They do have 2 of their members down. Both of the downed members are quite a distance away from the other 2, but they are definitely taking some hits here as Zero Mercy is quickly moving in. It looks like the Rats haven't been eliminated as well right there. One of their members has. They are down to just 1 member for the Rats. All right, Sinners going up against the full squad. And they are getting out of there as quickly as they can. We have 9 teams that are remaining. Potato is going to be the last one that is still standing for the Rats. They did start this match out being a team of 3 this time. Zero Mercy, Digital Age are our only 2 teams that are still sitting as a full squad. XO Elites are out there in the sandstorm inside the buildings. And they are sitting as a team of 3 as that they started with the team of 3. And Bocado is going to be the center of the zone here in zone 3. Swaz and Yuxuri, last 2 that are still standing for Made in Nepal. They have, after losing those 2 members, they have definitely played it safe here. And VORTEX, after losing all 3 of their members, leaving 1 man still stands, has definitely kept the team alive by playing it safe. And Kindness with ICe is going to be in trouble. Looks like Zero Mercy quickly rolled in. Kindness is going to be prepping that grenade. Gets that grenade out. It looks like that grenade might have actually bounced back. Zero Mercy definitely doing a hard push. Kindness is in trouble. Perfectly well placed for Molly there. By Zero Mercy. All right, Zero Mercy up to 8 eliminations in a full squad as they still are. Digital Age making their way into zone. They have 0 eliminations right now. So them being in the top 10 with 0 eliminations might hurt them just a little bit for placing. But they are, looks like they're going to get the high ground here, so this may be an advantage for them to be able to get the high ground. AMG has the high ground as well already. Ooh, Adeline almost gets a take. EXO Elites. Wuro with a drop there. VORTEX coming in hot on that motorcycle and is quickly taken out. All right, EXO Elites are going to be rotating in with 6 teams that are remaining. We've got Picado. The mountains of Picado are going to be the hot spot for these last remaining teams. AMG 1 with an elimination does have another member of a Digital Age that has been knocked though. So if he can confirm that kill, Digital Age is going to be sitting as a duo here. They may not be able to try to go for that revive. It looks like EXO Elites have just been eliminated. Let's take a look. Yes, EXO Elites have just been eliminated by Made in Nepal. MZH dangerously close here to AMG 1. Digital Age does have the upper hand. They are up there a little bit higher on the mountain. This does give them a little bit of cover, and as they are going to be shooting down instead of trying to shoot up at the teams. Made in Nepal coming in. Looks like they may be in some serious trouble. Looks like it's going to be Swaz, the last one, still stands for Made in Nepal. Zero Mercy getting that revive. Zero Mercy still a full squad as we're moving into zone 7. Yeezy has been dropped, it looks like, trying to crawl around. Digital Age has a member down. Four teams are remaining with Zero Mercy still holding with a full squad here. Alright, Digital Age trying to make it into zone. Zero Mercy, both of their members are been dropped. That means they're going to be, with being a team of two teams are remaining, and this is going to be a 2v1. Can Karen make it into and is out to zone, giving Zero Mercy the final last two that were still standing, giving them the chicken dinner, but did not give up an extra point at all to Zero Mercy. Sinners coming in second, Digital Age coming in third, Made in Nepal coming in fourth, AMG coming in fifth, Exo Elites coming in sixth, VORTEX coming in seventh, The Rats coming in eighth, ICe coming in ninth, V9 coming in 10th. FNATIC Esports coming in 11th. And Complex Esports coming in 12th. Going all out goes to Zero Mercy, baby, with 5 eliminations at Zero Mercy Inspector, best companion with 2 rescues. Alright, that is going to be match number 2. We'll quickly get you here into match number 3. Y'all hang tight. All right, match number 3. Got one more match ahead of us. We're going to be here in Sandhawk. Sandhawk being one of the smaller land maps. It's completely surrounded by water. So these teams are going to be jumping down really quickly, looting and grabbing what they can fairly quickly, due to the fact of we might see some teams jump right on top of each other. Pan Am Boot Camp and Paradise Resort, those 3 are really hot spots for this match, for this map as well. We could see teams, 2 or 3 teams jump inside Boot Camp, maybe 1 or 2 in Paradise Resort, maybe see 1 in Pan Am. But with this flight path, we are definitely going to be able to see teams actually get out a little bit farther. They want to get out towards the docks or to Hatihena, maybe even Camp Alpha. Might see some teams get out that direction as well. But we are definitely going to see some very quick fights. Looks like we're going to have 2 teams falling inside a boot camp. It's going to be Made in Nepal and VORTEX. They're going to start us off there really quickly. And then we're going to have 2 teams in the Tamak area. We're going to jump right into boot camp where Made in Nepal, Swaz, has been dropped and is being revived very nicely, very quickly there. VORTEX could have easily gotten an elimination. All right, while these 2 teams are battling it out, let's gonna head up to the Tamak with ICe. All right, Team 6 is in the area, so Team 6 is gonna be centers. We've got FNATIC Esports. And they are moving into the boot camp. And a Spec getting some shots in. Zen is down and is going to be revived. Waterboy, it looks like, is down. And Made in Nepal have been eliminated really quickly here for match number 3. VORTEX is actually inside the boot camp. ICe is down for ICe. All right, ICe starting out match 3 with just being a team of 3 is now quickly down to Kindness. And he's going to be the last one that is going to still be standing and is down and out to AMG with 2 eliminations with a Digital Age. Digital Age coming in really quickly there. They did lose 2 members there. They did get the last couple of AMG. So Digital Age going to be moving forward now, being a duo team. Hasty is down for the Rats. And the Rats are going to get that revive. But V9 could very quickly push right in on them. Jackal Lord moving very quickly. Alright, the Rats looks like they're going to be just a solo now. And then they are quickly eliminated. Two teams in the Panan area. Exo Elites. In a fantastic. Spec goes down by a grenade. This may give the opportunity for Exo to quickly move in. And they are filling that area up, that house, with a bunch of mollies. Dodson gets the elimination, bringing a fantastic up to 4 eliminations, now up to 5. Exo Elites have been eliminated. They now... Fantastic has now 6 eliminations for the team. All right, we have centers that are just north of FNATIC. Seven teams remain for match 3 here. sherE is down. Teammate coming in for a revive. Gatson then a drop. Now this is gonna allow centers to very well quickly push. Again, and down and out. Centers are losing a member. They're now down to just a duo. Can they finish? Santizen is it down. Centers are very well quickly moving in. A beautiful, well-placed grenade and timed perfectly. Centers now with 6 eliminations. And the FNATIC have been eliminated. 5 teams remain. V9, VORTEX, and a Complex Esports are our 3 teams that are still remaining as a full squad. All right, the teams have plenty of time to kind of wait it out here as we are going to start to move into Zone 4. Our zone is about to collapse here. Not a lot of shifting for a lot of these teams. All right, centers getting a vehicle, looks like. Complex moving in. Jack Lord is down for V9. Can that revive? Kapa is getting those grenades out. Zero Mercy with 3. Pushing quickly on Kapa. Kapa is going to be down and out. Boops gets dropped. 4 teams remain. Can Zero Mercy get their entire team healed back up and into the zone? They're moving quickly into zone with 7 eliminations. VORTEX and Complex still with a full squad. We may see a 4v4 here at the very end. Wishy. Our VORTEX waiting to be able to push into the zone. Center's waiting to push into the zone. Complex is already in the zone. They're trying to set up and get on these houses. If they can secure that, that's going to give them plenty of cover for them to be able to take on the rest of the teams. When he gets hit, almost gets taken out. Zero Mercy has to get across that water. Don Peralta waiting right there as Zero Mercy is going to be coming across the water. Alright, Zero Mercy staying really close to the water there. They did have a member that has been dropped in a Spectre. Zero Mercy now going to be a duo team. And a Complex moving really quickly. And then Zero Mercy was able to get that revive on Inspector. That's going to be keeping them a team of 3. VORTEX with 2 eliminations. And they have the zone. Can they hold it as the other 2 teams are going to be pushing right in directly to them? Don Peralta down and out. Complex is going to be team of 3. They still are going to outnumber Zero Mercy. VORTEX, our last team, that is going to be sending as a full squad. Wishy has been dropped. Inspector for Zero Mercy just got taken out, was the last one standing. We got 2 teams that remain. VORTEX being a full squad. Complex, a duo team. This is going to be a 4v2. VORTEX was able to loop around. Oh, beautiful grenade. Not sure if they went out to zone or that grenade, but well placed, well timed. VORTEX taking the chicken dinner for match number 3. With 6 eliminations, Complex coming in second, Zero Mercy coming in third, Sinners coming in fourth, V9 coming in fifth, Fantastic coming in sixth, Digital Age coming in seventh, Exo Elites coming in 8th, The Rats coming in 9th, AMG coming in 10th, ICe coming in 11th, Made in Nepal coming in 12th. Going all out goes to Zero Mercy, baby, with 6 eliminations, and a Spectre with the best companion with 2 rescues. And a VORTEX dealing that final kill and getting the VORTEX the chicken dinner. Alright, hang tight. We'll get you into match number 3 here momentarily. All right, our last match for tonight for day 3 qualifiers for Out of the Deep that Rain Esports is putting on. We're back here in Erangel. So far, we have seen a lot of good fights, a lot of quick action, a lot of 2v3s, 2v4s, and a lot of teams that are just getting pinned down where they can't do anything. And our flight path is coming out of a Georgia pool all the way out toward a military or Milta Power. We've got School, Razak, Pachinki, Yazanaya, Pollyanna, a little ways out there off the flight path, but very doable for these teams to be able to get out there. We also have a Soverny that is going to be out there a little ways, but again, very doable for these teams to be able to jump down, grab a vehicle, or coast on out there. You got the Novo Repnoi that is at the end of the flight path. Very well could see some teams there, but majority of our teams may very well jump the Razak School and Pachinki area. Looks like we got a few teams that are jumping and that jumped out just there. Very well are going to be making their way into Pachinki, which is going to be EXO Elites in Made in Nepal. EXO Elites starting match 4, being a duo team, and Made in Nepal is landing here in Pachinki. So EXO Elites may be very quickly be eliminated here. We shall see, as if they can quickly grab any weapons. Lucky 77 got hit again and is down and is going to be quickly taken out. EXO is going to be a single player now and is pushing hard right and smack into and is quickly taken out there. Made in Nepal gets 2 eliminations on the board, and we are down to 11 teams that are remaining. That was a very quick fight there. All right, our teams that did scatter out just a little bit, so therefore we're going to see it's now going to potentially just slow down just a little bit, but we have a Fantastic that is in the school area. We may see them take on Sinners. And VORTEX getting a kill there. They're now up to elimination. VORTEX is down. They got 2 of their members down, and they are quickly down to just being a duo. V9 going to be making their way across the bridge. Alright, Sinners and a Fantastic of get y'all back there in this section. Alright, Sinners and the Fantastic are going at it. Sinners with 1 elimination already. Did they get the elimination off of Fantastic? They did. Santi Zen kind of dropped back, but is still able to keep eyes on Sinners that are inside the little compound area. Our 2 teams that are up there in Georgia pool is going to be the Rats and Complex. Alright, it is now gonna be a high-speed chase. Oh, Sinners are in trouble. Fantastic, and does an amazing job eliminating Sinners. They're now with 3 eliminations. The last man of Sinners just comes in and is quickly been dropped. And taken out. Is Sinners gonna be out? Sinners is gonna be our second team out for match 4. And our teams are starting to close in, rotate into the zone, heading into zone 2. All right, the tempo out driving around. With some shots, does get a few good hits there. Alright, zero mercy with 0 eliminations. Looks like they're gonna get one right here. Jack Lord has been eliminated from V9. Alright, we see V9 kind of scattered out just a little bit, but looks like they're going to be regrouping. We do have a quick fight here with Peterbot down and out. Looks like VORTEX is going to be eliminated. Let's go check. VORTEX, our third team out for match 4. And Made in Nepal. Nice shot, Swaz with a good drop. Wagwan moving in really quickly along with Waterboy. Waterboy prepping that grenade. Can he get well placed? Oh, gets taken out. Waterboy is down. Looks like both of the and Made in Nepal coming in really quickly. Swaz is down. Wagwan with a DBS. Can he get the kill? Does indeed. A nice clutch there. And is going to quickly get the revive. Made in Nepal with 6 eliminations. And after this revive, they're going to get all back up. They're going to be sitting as a full squad here. Wagwan with that clutch there definitely kept the team alive. Complex out there in the zone. They are kind of playing the zone and waiting for the right prime opportunity. All right, ICe ELVES kind of getting some last minute stuff before heading across the bridge. All right, Made in Nepal. Looks like they're going to be preparing for teams that could be coming across the bridge here. We've got two teams closing in. Complex and FNATIC are getting close. FNATIC's kind of holding down the fort here right before that zone does decide to shift. Knife drop and a confirmed kill. Santi's in, and they're definitely going to be able to get this revive for sure. And Complex now with being a team of 3. B9 and zero mercy. B9 is in trouble. They are down and out. Nicely done. Zero mercy up to a 4 elimination. And it's zero mercy, baby, is 4 eliminations. Our zone shift. These teams are going to be going towards the bridge. On the west side of bridge here, we could very well see a bridge fight. Alright, the rats kind of still waiting patiently to try to either make it across the bridge. Wishy is down for Complex. And a FNATIC is coming in. Wishy down in and out. Santi's in, getting on Nash. All right, Nash is holding it down up front, really close. Nash escapes and is going to try to drop. He's going to be pushing a forward here. All right, FNATIC pushing across the bridge. We have 7 teams that are remaining. AMG still alive here, but they are a team of 3. And they started this off with being a team of 3. All right, 6 of our 7 teams are inside the zone. Our zone shifts. We don't see a bridge zone here, but we do see a really good zone. Gonna make it hard for these teams. There's not gonna be a lot of cover out here for these, so they're gonna be using those smoke grenades and mollies and grenades to kind of move in and close to one another. Might see a few long range shots as well. All right, Wag one moving it down to the water. Nice shots. The rats again, once again, try to go underneath the bridge. And Complex slowly but surely making their way into the zone. All right, 2 of the members of the Rats have made it across. All right, our zone moving in as these teams are going to be headed into zone 5. Made in Nepal. Looks like they're gonna try to hold down these set of houses. Wag one down there in the action with the Rats. Swazzy trying to run him over. Wag one is down. Swazzy. See if he can go for that revive. Tasty with some good shots right through the smoke there. And Swazi is down for Made in Nepal. Alright, Made in Nepal with 6 eliminations. They are now gonna be just one man. Waterboy, can he hold his own here as the rats are gonna be quickly pulling in? Zero Mercy trying to hold their own with being a duo here. Alright, it is all up to Fresh. Can Fresh clutch the win here? And is trying to run him over. Like Inspector is going to be the last one. Still stands for Zero Mercy. Alright, fantastic. Rolling in really quickly. Down and out. Three teams remain. Fantastic with 8 eliminations. Waterboy's gonna be in trouble, definitely getting hit pretty hard, and that blue zone is hurting. Does get in and runs right on into a tree. 2 teams remain. This is gonna be a 3v2. Fantastic. And the rats. License is down. Could Ray get the win for the rats? sherE is down. Santi's in, the last one still stands. Oh, and has quickly been eliminated. The rats taking that chicken dinner for match 4. Fantastic. Coming in a second, Made in Nepal coming in third. Zero Mercy coming in fourth. AMG coming in fifth. Complex coming in sixth. ICe ELVES coming in 7th, V9 coming in 8th, Digital Age coming in 9th, VORTEX coming in 10th, Sinners coming in 11th, and EXO Elites coming in 12th. Once again, Zero Mercy, baby, with that going all out with 5 eliminations. Wagwan with the best companion was working to keep the team alive. And Ray with the Rats, dealing that final kill, giving the Rats the chicken to dinner for match number 4. And that will be it for tonight for day 3 qualifiers. There will be a one tomorrow night, but I will not be streaming. I will not be casting that night. I will then pick up on a later time. So I will catch y'all guys on a later stream on another time. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in, supporting the stream, and supporting these amazing teams. Until next stream, guys, I will catch y'all later.